anything in your notes, you can go ahead and glue in and write your table of contents in. It's on the board. Thank you for passing that out, Terry. Make sure your binders go in one pile in the middle of the table. One pile. Make sure you glue it on the very top of the page, the very top, because there's another sheet that we'll add later. When you're done, say the last letter of your middle name. The last letter. When you're done. You could put back to the problem. Not choice H. Gotcha. H. And then make sure you're on today's page. I've heard all of our last letters. We just need to be on today's problem. Nehemiah, do you want to read the problem about yourself? No? Terry, okay.
A new self-serve frozen yogurt store opened. It sells yogurt based on weight of the counter.
Wait, of the container, the thing that it's in.
Each member of Nehemiah's family weighed their dish, and this is what they found. Determine the unit rate of each person dessert.
Okay, so Nehemiah's family went to this yogurt place. Has anyone ever been to like one of those frozen yogurt places, like an ice cream place, where like you get to go and press the thing down and weigh your stuff and put your own toppings on it? Mm-hmm. A couple of you have been. Have you? Any of you ever been to the candy store that you get to like pull your own candy out and like put on in the bag and then they weigh it? Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is like that. You put stuff in, you weigh it, and then they tell you how much you pay. Yes.
It's like a grocery store.
Kind of, yeah. So Nehemiah's family went there, and Nehemiah's family, 4 people went. One person went, and theirs weighed 12.5 ounces, and cost them $5. Another person went, theirs weighed 10 ounces, and it cost them $4. The third person was 5 ounces and $2, and the fourth person was 8 ounces and $3.20. So 4 different people went. This asks you to find the unit rate. Just a reminder, the unit rate is what we found yesterday. So if you don't remember, you might want to take a look at yesterday's notes. Okay, I'm going to go hand out calculators. I will give you guys 5 minutes to find everybody's unit rate. sure that your decimal goes in between the numbers. And put the unit right there. Good, am I? What'd you get when you did that division? Good, Toby. You can show me that you're done by pulling your right ear. Interesting. Interesting. I like how you pulled your ear in. Good, Terry. What are we supposed to do? Good. That's nice. That's for you. Alright, did you get your notes from yesterday? So I'm gonna find you at night. Because we didn't do all your notes from yesterday. I'm gonna find you from the night. You have about 1 more minute. We have penguins today. Go to my Take about 10 more seconds and just finish writing the one you're writing. If you did not finish, that's okay. It looks like most of us have them all done. Pencils and calculators down in 3, 2, 1. Thank you. All right. What did we notice about the unit rates? What did we notice about the unit rates? Amaya?
They all were 2.5.
They're all 2.5. Give me a thumbs up if you also got all of them as 2.5. Good job. All right. All of the unit rates worked out to being 2.5. Why do you guys think that is? Why do you think that is? Why would each of them be 2.5? It might help me if someone can tell us what the label is. What's something per something? So what are you guys all dividing?
Dollars per ounce?
Dollars was on top?
No.
What number was on top?
An ounce per dollar.
Okay, yeah, you guys all did ounces per dollar. You guys all did ounces per dollar. So 12.5 divided by 5, and you got 2.5 ounces per every dollar. Is that the way that we usually pay for things?
No.
How do we usually pay for things? Monet?
We would have to switch it.
Yeah, we usually say dollars per ounce, right? So I want you guys to really quickly, actually, I'll do it up here. Terry, can I borrow your calculator? I'll do it up here, and we'll just test out if we do it the other way, if we wind up with the same number for the whole thing. So if I put 5 in first, and I say 5, ooh, there we go, divided by 12.5, I get 4 hundredths. If I do 4 divided by 10, oopsies, 4 divided by 10, I get, if I can put things into a calculator correctly, 4 divided by 10, there we go. I get 4 hundredths, or 4 tenths, I'm sorry, I can't talk today. 2 divided by 5, 4 tenths.
4
And the last one is 4 tenths. So I guess it doesn't matter either way, right? But we should know that, yes, we usually say we want, this would be 40 cents per ounce. That is the way that we would normally say it. So why do you think everyone's worked out to being 40 cents per ounce? Why do you think everyone's worked out to being 40 cents per ounce? Why would everyone's cost the same? Imani?
It's either because like they buy the same thing, or it's which is like it's either the same thing, and they just making sure it's the same ounces, or they just want to pay for the same the ounces is just want to be like equal.
Okay, did they buy the same amount? Tyree, did they buy the same amount?
Yeah.
Really? Every single person bought the same amount of ice cream or frozen yogurt? They didn't, did they? So then why would every ounce cost the same? Why would every ounce cost the same? Monet?
It's like we did yesterday, like when Tommy had the papers, it was equal to the same thing, but they had less, some had less, and Nehemiah had, who had more? I think Tommy had more.
Yeah.
Tommy had less paper, but he had more seconds.
Okay, so what you're saying is that it doesn't, the cost and the weight don't matter. That's not what we're looking at, right? We are looking at their unit rate, and they're all 40 cents. What happens when you go to a ice cream place or a candy place? Those of you that have been there. What happens when you go there? Like, what do you notice on the thing that you're buying?
That is they put it on the scale to see how much you weigh, how much you got.
And do they charge everybody the same thing? Like, do they charge you 40 cents per ounce and Tyree like $1.50 per ounce?
You know.
They charge everybody the same thing. And it just depends how much you bought, right? Okay, so that is actually what's going on here. They charge everybody the same thing, and it just depends on how much you bought. And this right here is going to lead us into what we're actually learning today. Can anybody read what we are actually learning today on the board? Terry?
Students will be able to identify proportional relationships using unit rates.
Okay, so we've already got the unit rate, right? We've already got the unit rate. We know how to do that. We are going to today figure out what a proportional relationship is. I'm going to give you a little information about a proportional relationship first, and then we're going to take a look at some, okay? So for our word for today that we are looking at, a proportional relationship happens when a change in one value happens at the same time and if you need a little more room, you guys can just write on the line underneath.
Can you see?
Zoom in, bigger.
Yeah.
Yep. As a change in the other it's being multiplied by the same rate or the same number. Give me a thumbs up when you are done. Okay, so a proportional relationship happens when a change in one happens at the same time as a change in the other. So if we look at this table that we were working on before, weights were changing, dollars were changing, right? The key is that they're all being multiplied and they all have the same unit rate. So if I had divided this and this one came out differently, then this is not a proportional relationship. My unit rate has to be the same. So guess what we're going to be finding a lot of today? The unit rate. Good job, Maya. Go ahead and take a look at our first example. Does anyone want to read this example for us? Nehemiah, go for it.
In the back of the Chromebook, there is...
Of a Chromebook? Cookbook, there you go.
There is this
Conversion.
conversion table is it
Proportional.
proportional what is the unit rate for each?
Good job, Nehemiah. Great job. So a conversion table helps us switch from one kind of measurement to another. So sometimes when you are cooking, some things will be measured in ounces and some things will be measured in cups. And you'll have to change from one to the other. Imani, go. You have to change from one to the other. So this, they put this in the back of the cookbook to help us out. Okay, they put this in the back so that I don't have to sit there and like do multiplication and math every single time. Tyree, can you go ahead and read this first row of the table for us?
Cups and ounces, 0, 0.
Great.
1 1/2, 4, 1, 8, 1.5, 12, 2, 16.
Okay, so I had Tyree read those because you have to know that those relationships we're talking about are going across. Yes.
So how would we divide my head over 4?
So that's what we're going to talk about, okay? So if I want to find if this is proportional, I have to find the unit rate for each of these values. And now I need to think in my head about this. I need to look at this first. Which one of these is bigger? So something, either ounces makes up a cup or cups make up an ounce. So we have to look at this and say, okay, well, are we talking about there are more ounces and so like the ounces go into making a cup or the cups go into ounces? And if I were looking at this trying to figure it out, I'd probably try to find some whole numbers and not any fractions or decimals because the fractions or decimals might get confusing for me. So Monet, I saw you had your hand up. Do you think that cups make an ounce? So I'd measure and I'd be like 1, 2, 3 cups, that's an ounce? Or do you think I do 1, 2, 3, 4, however many ounces, that's a cup? Which one do you think?
Ounces.
Makes up a cup? Yeah, Monet's right. 8 ounces, it looks like, make up 1 cup. So when I do my division, I want to make sure that I do ounces per cup, which means when I enter it into my calculator, ounces comes first, then I divide, and then the number of cups. Ounces per cup. Before you ever find the unit rate, you've got to think about what makes sense in terms of which one makes up the other. So let's go ahead. Whoop. And first do this one together. And I heard Monet ask how we're going to enter 1/2. Does anyone know how to write 1/2 as a decimal?
Oh, 5. Because I know 1/2 equals 5, but 0, something like that.
Yeah, good. 5/10. There you go. There you go. So that's how I'm going to enter it into my calculator. So I'm first going to enter the 4 because it's 4 ounces. And then I'm going to divide it by the cups. So divided by 5/10, or 1/2. And I get 8. So 8 ounces per cup. Each one, remember that that's my, oh sorry, you guys can't see that. Remember that that's my label. Does somebody want to try this row for me? Ounces divided by cups. You probably don't even need a calculator for that one. 8 ounces divided by 1 cup. 8 divided by 1. Amaya. 8. Great. Also 8. So far, are these the same?
Yeah.
So far this is proportional, right? Let's check out the next one. Ounces divided by cups. Anyone have the answer for me? Ounces divided by cups. Am I?
0.125.
Did you do ounces divided by cups?
Oh,
Remember, we want ounces first because the ounces make up the cup. Clap once if you got 8. Oh, I have to go to the calculator. I'm sorry. Thank you. Yes, it is 8. And last but not least, 16 ounces divided by 2 cups. 16 divided by 2. When I count to 1, everybody say what they got. When I get to 1, everyone say what they got. 3, 2, 1.
8.
Perfect. Okay, so is this proportional? Yes, this is proportional. So for our answer, we want to make sure we write a full sentence. Yes, this is proportional. You okay, Monet?
Yes.
Okay. Let me know if you need water. This is proportional because the unit rate is the same for all pairs. Give me 2 claps when you're done. You look so tired today, Taylor. Are you sleeping? A little bit.
oh,
I don't listen today. We're like all a little sleepy. Great. Okay. One more example, and then I'm going to let you do your classwork. I'm going to have you do some of this one on your own. During PE today, which we're all really excited about. It's happening next, right? Woohoo. Sure.
During meeting, Mr. Brown posted a chart showing how many calories on average would be burnt on each station. The chart is below.
Okay, so here's the chart. It's actually over to the side. First question, is the number of calories burned proportional to time? How do you know? Calories to time. So I want to know calories per, right, so calories per minute. So when you enter it, you want to make sure you enter calories first and then minutes. I'm going to give you guys a minute to go ahead and do that division for me and tell me what the unit rate is for each row of the table.
Can I step up?
Yes, you may. Go ahead and do the division and do calories per minute. So calories first divided by the minutes for their unit rate. Can you do this one? You have a good idea there, but that doesn't say 5, does it? That's a good idea. That's exactly what you need to do to find that. You're just not going to use 5 because that number doesn't say 5. So why not? You have to try with this number though, right? Because if this isn't 5, then you can't. That's not the right calories. It's not 5. So the reason. Everything else is great. Good math. I got my next part. How many calories per 1 minute? Okay. Freeze for a second. Freeze for a second. Most of you have at least 1 or 2 of these done. 11 divided by 1 is what? 11. 22 divided by 2 is also 11. 33 divided by 3 is 11. 44 divided by 4 is 11. So is this proportional?
Yes.
Yes. I'm going to say yes. Yes. Because, and I'm going to have to scoot this in because I shouldn't have written that so big in the middle. Yes, because each minute I burn 11 calories. You could also say 11 calories per minute is the unit rate, and we're going to talk about a different word for this tomorrow, is the unit rate for each. And then my challenge for you is the next question. Okay. There we go. Good job. So last but not least, if Jose jumped rope for 6.5 minutes, Jose jumped rope for 6.5 minutes, how many calories would he burn? So I want you to think about this. Going from here, going from calories to minutes, I was dividing by 11. I want to think about how I would go from minutes to calories. What might the opposite of division be? I think we all probably have it in our heads. Then, yep, go ahead and do this last row. How many calories do I burn if I jump rope for 6.5 minutes. What's my rate? I think you entered that wrong. But yes. Perfect.
6.5.
Yep, I'm gonna jump for 6.5 minutes. So you can't enter 5, even though that in our heads that would be the next minute after 4. You can't enter 5, you have to enter 6.5. And I'm burning 11 calories. Perfect, Nehemiah. Perfect, Nehemiah. Can you hand out crossword for me? Once I give you the thumbs up, you may start on your classwork. I'll take this, Una. I'll take the extra. Thank you. We've multiplied everything by 11 other than the number that I asked you to. So tired today. So put your answer in and then go ahead and get started on your classwork. Perfect, Amara. You can get started on your classwork. If you would like to work with somebody at your table, you may. Oh, good job. I thought you said you were on the bench. Whew. Do you want me to do this? Alex spent his summer helping his family's business. He wanted to earn $220 to buy a gaming system. After working for 4 weeks, he already earned $112. Will he earn enough money? Use the questions below to help you fill out the table. So this first one says, is his pay each week proportional? How do we find out if something's proportional? We find the what? Yep, so we want to find the unit rate. So how many dollars does he make per week? So how do you find dollars per week? What operation did we do this whole time? Yep, dollars per week. So divide dollars divided by weeks and see what you get. Okay, that's the first step to finding if it's proportional. How many dollars is he earning per week, sweetheart? You're not paying attention right now. Terry, look at me. Go do like 10 jumping jacks in the back. Okay? 10 jumping jacks. Get yourself awake. Thank you, sir. You can go, Terry, you can go in the like chill out area. Ooh, wake up. Okay, so he wanted to earn $200. Fourth week, he already earned $112. I want to know if this is proportional. How do I find proportions? Right, so I just want to keep doing this division. Just divide. This amount divided this amount. Then multiply to go this way. Yeah? Good, Terry. You ready now? You ready? Ready? you guys have about 25 minutes of class left. So you should be able to finish these questions and get to IXL.